Hi, everybody. Okay, so normally I would say go to the Google Sites, but it looks like the Google Sites is being blocked. I'm not entirely sure why, but I want to apologize. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to use the Wix, Wix.com website, which the second best one is the Wix website. So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this because it's not Google Sites. You absolutely can. So when you go to the Wix website, this is what you're going to see. Top right, it's going to ask you if you want to log in with your school Gmail. Yes, you do. So you're going to go ahead and click continue as whoever it is that you are continuing as. Okay. From here, it is going to go ahead and say, like, welcome back. Now, there's a possibility that when you first, and you click just X out of here, um, there's a possibility it'll ask you to sign up with your Google account again. That's because you're brand new. I'm not brand new to this. So if they do ask you to sign up for your Google or using your Google account again, no freaking out. Go ahead and just do that. Okay, I've had a site on here before. And as you can see, up here, I had tried to use Wix for a little while because I thought it was going to be cool, but I was like, no. Okay, so what you're going to do is over here on the left, they're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions like, um, what kind of website you want. They're going to ask you what kind of template you want. What you're going to do is you're going to type in the word education when it asks you why you are using this website. So you can go ahead and do education. Now, when you're scrolling through, a lot of Wix websites are for businesses, okay? So I don't want you to feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to find anything. You can go ahead and choose educational blog, and it will take you to templates that you can choose, and then you can go ahead and pick whichever one that you like. Okay, now once you have done that, we're going to go ahead. Let me see if I can go ahead and move the trash. Yes, we're gonna move it to the trash. What? That way you can see um, we're going to create a new site. Now, this is maybe specific to me just because I just started. So if you can see here, what kind of website are you creating? I'm going to go ahead and put in education. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, they're going to give you a ton of options. You can put in, well, you're not early education, you are in high school. So most of this stuff doesn't apply, but it is definitely there for you if you ever wanted to go ahead and choose it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up and we're going to go ahead and choose the educational blog for students. That is the best one that I have found that applies to what we're going to be using. Now, I don't care what you call your website as long as you call your website something school appropriate. So in my case, I would put ISV Technology Classroom, something to that effect. You can put your name and then put website. It doesn't matter. Just like I said, you want to make sure that it's school appropriate. Okay, go ahead and click next. And here is things that you can add to your website. Now, like I said, a lot of these things that you can add to your website have to do with businesses. So obviously you're not going to have an online store, you're not going to have chat, you're not going to have pricing plans. Those are all extras for people who are selling things on their website. Now it already comes with a blog because that's what we chose. We're not going to do bookings because you don't have to have anybody book to come and see you. We're not going to do get info subscribers, so we're not going to do any forms. Um, Now, this one is create and sell step-by-step instructions, like as if you had something that you wanted to sell and you wanted to go ahead and do step-by-step for your customers. Okay, now you can, like table reservations, none of these things are going to apply to you. So we're going to stick with the blog. We're going to go ahead and click next. And then it asks you if you want to go ahead and start setting up your website. So you're going to go ahead and now you have a choice. You can go to the dashboard and take the website builder or the website template that it automatically comes with, or you can choose to begin with a template. I personally like to look at the different templates just because that's me. If you choose to go with the template that they already provide to you, that is okay too. Totally up to you. Okay, in this case, they have some really cool ones. You can do, like this one is a pretty nice one. Online classes from anywhere, online school. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. I'll choose edit, and then we'll have to get through the setup process, which can take a minute. So if that's what it's doing, I don't want you to freak out. It is okay. You are going to be just fine. Just let it do its thing. And now you have a website with a template that you can go ahead and manipulate. Now, go ahead and when you click on it, now you're going to need to click on your website. You can choose to quick edit any section that you want to, which quick edit, you can see you can go ahead and change the background. You can change live online classes. So right now you're on this particular section, all right? So like I can change it and I can put, Mrs. Hollinger's ISBA website. And if you can see right here, it automatically updates for you. Okay. Now the background is orange. If I wanted to go ahead and change it, I can choose any of these pictures or I can choose a color. Orange is not really my thing. I kind of like darker colors. Okay, so then you would hit the X. And now I have the color that I would like to have. Okay, now this is a different section. This is a section. This is a section. It just kind of depends on what section you'd like to go ahead and choose to work with, okay? You can add a section, which means you can add text, you can add pictures, you can add anything that you want to go ahead and use. It will come up with the, like this type of information. You would just have to go in and erase it. But you can tell here that you're going to drop a section underneath the main portion here. Okay. All right, so if you click here, you can add elements, which means that you can add different pages. You can add icon buttons if you wanted to go ahead and like, include forums or chat. You can include music. You can include a home button so that people can go straight back to your home, which would be very helpful on would pages 2 and 3. Because remember, you have to have 3 pages. You have to have your home page, which is what we're working on. You have to have an About Me page where you tell me about yourself. It does not have to be very personal. It does not have to be um, it does not have to be very in depth, okay? I don't need to know where you live. I don't need to know anything like that. If you wanted to include, like, I have a sibling and I go to ISBA and my favorite class, of course, is graphic and web design. No, I'm joking. So anything like that, okay? You can add music if you have favorite music, that kind of thing. All right. Now, depending on what it is that you would like to do, all of these are available to you and you can go ahead and choose. And you can tell that is what's going to be added whenever you scroll over the actual word. Okay, so you can see what that's going to look like. All right. Now this is another area where you can add the section. Here you can go ahead and add your pages. So if you wanted to go ahead and go ahead and add 2 pages to your actual website, you would use this. This is the site menu that you have right now. You would go to add in order to add a page, okay? And then you can add any of these pages that you would like. Now remember, it doesn't matter what's on it. You can always change it. It's not something that you have to do or that you are stuck with. Okay. So in this particular settings, this one has a video. You can see here it has a video. So you would need to go in and actually remove the video if it's not something that you want to keep. Okay. And that, or you can include a different video. It's totally up to you. Now, whenever you want to get out of that section, you're going to have an X on the top right, and you can see here, manage videos. And that's where you can go ahead. Like if you wanted to include your favorite YouTube song or your YouTube video, you are welcome to do that. And you would just upload. Um, and you would download it to your computer, or you can embed it from YouTube. So all you would need is an actual link. Okay. Now, when you go down, you can see they all have videos. You would do the same thing for each section. You would manage it. You can change the background on it. You definitely don't have to, keep the different pictures here unless that's something you wanted to do because you thought, oh, hey, this is super cool. You can definitely change the background color. You can manage the videos from here. You can change the layout if that's something that you want to do. It's totally and completely up to you. Okay. Here's the weekly schedule. You could put your own schedule if you want to. Totally doesn't matter. If you wanted to go ahead and get rid of this particular section and put it on the About Me, that's always an option too. Okay. Or this one, you could go ahead and put, I'm in this particular class, I'm in this class, I'm in this class. It is a very, very nice website. Okay, you do not have to put any personal information. You can just totally make it up. That is not anything that I'm worried about. Um, and then you can go ahead and you can change like, the half-eaten croissant and coffee. Now, let me tell you this. If you like what they already have and you just want to personalize the text, I am okay with that too. Okay, if you would prefer, because I know this is a big project, if you would prefer to do it that way, that is okay. Now, if you are going to come back and actually work on your website in bits and pieces, make sure you save it. You definitely don't want it to go away. Now, when you're done with it, you're going to go ahead, you can preview your website, see what it looks like. Nobody else will see it but you. And then you're going to want to go ahead and publish it. Now, the reason why you're going to publish it is because that is going to give you the link to turn it into me. It's going to give you this long link. Don't worry. You're just going to use that in Buzz, turn that in for me so I can go check out your website. Okay? All right. If anybody has any questions about it, we're going to actually go over this again in our live lesson on Friday. Otherwise, I am in study hall pretty much all day. You're welcome to come in, ask me questions. I'm happy to go ahead and go over some of these if you're still confused. But otherwise, I hope this video helps, and I look forward to seeing your website soon. All righty. Take care.